Director of Public Safety, pending his MOCAP certification in Pennsylvania, at which time he will become the Chief of Police.
Okay. So we paid a salary for a month for him to be here, he can't do it.
Oh, he can do a lot. He's doing a lot of administrative work, he's working on scheduling. The only thing he can't do is wear a uniform and carry a gun.
Okay, so then, is he here to replace the mayor? Because I think the mayor was competent to do that.
Well, traditionally, the chief has done the scheduling, working in conjunction with the mayor. So that's what Will has done over the years. So.
Okay, so what I'm getting at is could we have waited maybe a month until he got his certification instead of hiring him before he got his certification? Wouldn't that make sense?
Actually, no. He's been making a lot of strides, a lot of progress. He's been working and connecting with the community, creating a good morale, and I think it was a good move to do it when we did. We actually anticipated the MOPEC certification much sooner. There was a glitch that we just found out about last week, where MOPEC was sitting on the application and had notified him that they were not approving it because he didn't have the same evaluation done in Pennsylvania, and it was done in New Jersey. And rather than telling him that 2 weeks before, they decided not to for some reason, whether it fell through the cracks, I don't know what. So anyway, that's since been resolved, the second evaluation's been done, so we're back now, been waiting for the certification to come back. But they have everything they need to do that.
Okay, so it could have been like, no, without having paid the guy for a month.
Okay. Well, we're paying him to do his job, and he's doing his job.
Okay. I know, Bob, you brought up about the tax collector and that ordinance. I'm really not too sure what that is. Okay, but you passed an ordinance that charge an extra $1 or something for duplicates. Is that what that was all about?
Yes, it was $1 to cover the borough's expenses because the tax collector was collecting $10, which was his personal money. However, using to supply the tax duplicate, he was using the taxpayer's copy machine, postage, and so envelopes.
Just to cover the cost.
Right, just to cover the cost of him reaping that $10.
Okay. And does anybody have an estimate of what that costs per year? By adding, because you're adding that $1, what was it costing the borough? It's $1 per what? Per duplicate.
Per duplicate, so you figure.
Annually, what was it costing?
50 cents, well, it depends on the number of duplicates. Just this month's report alone, there were, hang on one second. We've never gotten a report, just this month alone, it was 71.
71 duplicates. So
71 duplicates. And, right. And I know certain times of the year are spike, you don't think?
This is the second report I've seen, and the one prior to this was 60-something.
Okay. So the money that you're trying to collect on it, let's just say $70 a month. You just paid this man to do nothing for a month.
He's not doing nothing right.
He is.
I do sit here, no, seriously.
I beg to differ with you,
Do
but
you sit here and
shouldn't
watch
somebody
this
have
man?
their certifications before they're hired? That's the
Do
question.
you sit and watch this man do nothing every
Shouldn't
day?
somebody
I'm
have
just saying, how do you
the
base?
certifications before they're hired?
He is performing a job, and I don't know how you were basing your opinion.
Shouldn't he have his certification
No,
before he's
that's
hired?
not what you said. I'm asking you, telling me we paying him.
No,
for doing
that was
nothing.
my original question. Like his,
No, you said we're
his-
paying him for doing nothing.
right, because he doesn't have a certification.
Well, that's not saying he's doing nothing.
But shouldn't he have his certification first?
His certification is eminent. We had no
That's
idea
right.
it would be delayed this long.
Okay,
It
so
was
the-
expected soon.
I know George brought this up before about discussing some of the tax collector issues here with the ordinance and everything. And Jeff, maybe you don't have to discuss that with the tax collector, but wouldn't that be a communications thing? Wouldn't you want to discuss everything instead of throwing your shoulder up and saying, well, he's a tax collector, we don't get along with him, so we don't have to discuss it with him?
No, that isn't what he said. What came out during the discussion, Brian, and I believe that you were here, it came out that the resources of the borough were being used borough put the dollar on to recover the fees with regard to it. That was at a discussion that was done at this meeting, to which all the parties were here. And that's when the borough found out that it was actually the borough resources. So that's where they acted. So it did come out of what you're saying, that dialogue.
Look, Mrs. Adamaitis just asked the question, would it be better just to sit down with the tax collector and figure everything out?
Well, it was done in a public meeting.
You're still not answering your question. My God, you people dance around it all the time. This is just what you do.
Maybe you weren't at that particular meeting. That's where the borough found out that the...
So anyway, the grievance, you settled with the Teamsters?
Yes.
Okay, and this is, I'm quoting your attorney, okay? This was a bullshit grievance. That's your attorney that said that. I filed that grievance 2 years ago, and your attorney called it a bullshit grievance. So if it's bullshit, why did the borough settle it?
Because we wanted to get past it. It was dangling over us, it was only going to cost money if it went any further. And we sat down with Kevin and worked it out, and Craig Pollock worked it out.
And that would have never taken place, again, if there was communication and we discussed it. I discussed it with you, and I'm not blaming you. I discussed it with you, but the rest of the council threw their nose in the air and walked away. So now you guys have to pay for that because you didn't want to sit down and discuss it. So you're costing the taxpayers in this town more money because you got a chip on your shoulder. It's ridiculous. And again, I quote from your attorney, bullshit grievance. Could have sat down and talked to us, right? And again, I'm not blaming you because I know you sat down and talked to us.
You sit down and talk to Kevin.
You did it now 2 years later,
We're
right?
talking.
Why didn't you do that? So you paid your attorney and you got to pay these guys extra days off and for nothing. For nothing. You know. You know.
Anything else, Frank? Motion to adjourn. Second? Adjourn.
Well, we're going to get up right now.